Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our final virtual assembly on the final day of this academic year. We have so nearly made it to the summer holidays, and we wanted to spend some time today just to celebrate with some final reflections and highlights of the year. So it is our final virtual assembly, and hopefully from September, with the new COVID rules, we'll be going back to physical assemblies once a week. But for our final assembly, I'm sharing my slide as usual with you, and you will see on the slide a question that I have posed. Because the end of the academic year is a little bit like the end of a race. All year we have been running, we have been trying to push ahead, and at the end of the year, it's important that we take some time to reflect and some time to consider what this race has been like. And so the question is, what has your race been like this year? If you use that analogy of a running track and your year at school has been running that track, heading towards the finishing line, how would you rate the race that you have been on? For some of us, it would have been really successful. Some of you would have had a great year. You would have achieved really highly. You'll be really pleased. For some of us, there would have been hurdles along the way, challenges and problems and difficulties to overcome. In some cases, it would have been relatively easy and straightforward and enjoyable. In some cases, it would have felt like running through the rain, running through a storm. And in some cases, it will feel like you have been limping towards the finishing line, stretching and reaching for the end. And given how busy it's been in the last few weeks, I know that some of the staff may feel like that as well, just stretching for that finishing line that we are now so close to. And it's a really good analogy, this, because a race requires different tactics and discipline and energy and stamina throughout the year. But actually, this is a race that we've been on together. We've talked a lot this year here at King Henry School about being a community, about being a family, about looking out for each other and looking after each other. And so perhaps less so than a running race, it's been more like a rowing race where we're all rowing in the direction together. And it's important that we realise that our actions in the school, the races that we've been on individually, contribute towards something bigger. They contribute towards the whole school community. With that in mind, and using those analogies from the world of sport, I wanted to finish this year by releasing the results of Sports Day. So it was great to hold Sports Day last week on Thursday and on Friday. And this year we wanted it to be big. We wanted everyone to feel part of it, either as a spectator or as someone participating. And a big thank you to our PE department who put on 2 brilliant days. The results per year group are on this slide. So you can see that in year 7, Windsor House came out on top. In year 8, it was York who came out on top. In year 9, it was Lancaster who came out on top. And in year 10, it was Stuart House that came out on top. So what we've done is that we've then looked at Key Stage 3 and Key Stage 4, so lower school and upper school. And of those two, once we add all of those points together, you can see that in the lower school, Windsor came out on top. Congratulations to everyone in Windsor. But in the upper house, it was Lancaster who came out on top. It is a really even split across all of the houses. So really close and very competitive. What we've then done is added up all the points together to give us an overall house winner. And the house winner of Sports Day 2020-21 is Lancaster House. So a big congratulations to Lancaster House, to all of the students in Lancaster, to all of the form tutors, and of course the heads of houses in Lancaster as well. But you can see there that really just 100 points or so separating the majority of the houses. So a big well done to everyone involved in Sports Day last week. Lancaster are our first house winners of Sports Day. Let's see who gets the trophy next year. We've also this week had celebration evenings. So on Wednesday, we had a celebration event for Key Stage 3, Key Stage 4 and Key Stage 5. And lots of students who are nominated by form tutors and heads of houses attended with their families to collect their awards on our stage. We also used the occasion to showcase some of our brilliant dancers in Year 7 and 8, and also some of our talented musicians as well. A really nice way to celebrate students' achievements throughout this year. And on the next couple of slides, you're going to see students and form groups for our prize winners this year. So starting in Key Stage 3, you will see that there were students who were awarded the prizes for kindness, resilience, respect, politeness, courage and ambition, the school's values that sit underneath our vision of being extraordinary. Congratulations to all of those students. There are then some head of house awards for students per house, head of key stage award as well. And then we had 272 students this year who finished on 100% attendance. That's incredible, remarkable. But we picked out of a hat a couple of winners from Key Stage 3 and Key Stage 4. So there were a couple of 100% attendance award winners as well. Into Key Stage 4, you'll see the same awards were given out for kindness, resilience, respect, politeness, courage and ambition. The Head of House Awards, the Head of Key Stage Award and the 100% attendance awards as well. Congratulations to all students. Not all of them were able to come to the event on Wednesday, but a big congratulations to all of the award winners across the school. And finally, in Key Stage 5, in sixth form, you can see again students, our award winners there too. Also, a Head Teacher Award, which goes to one student every year. And this year, a big congratulations to Anthony B in 9L3, who won the Head Teachers Award and was there on Wednesday to collect that award on the stage. Fantastic, and congratulations. I'm sure everyone in Lancaster House particularly is really proud of Anthony too. Throughout this week, we've also been having celebration pizza picnics on the field during period 5, one per house, and this is for students who are nominated by form tutors for always and consistently making good choices, working hard, being polite, respectful, kind and considerate. So a big well done to all students. I've tried to pop out to see some students this week on the field who have been enjoying their pizza and playing some sport in the afternoons this week. Congratulations to you all. And it leaves us then to reflect on the progress we have made, not just as individuals this year, but also as a collective group. And there are some highlights, there are many highlights, but just a couple of the key ones. That as a school, despite COVID and all the interruptions, our attendance is higher than the local average. And as I said a minute ago, 272 students on 100% attendance, that is phenomenal. We've developed our curriculum, we've introduced new subjects this year, outdoor education and engineering. We've launched our student parliament and school council. And that's really important because we've been trying to make sure that we listen really carefully to what students are saying in our school. The reason that we have an own closed day today is because of a group of Year 8 girls who know who they are, who have really lobbied and persuaded us on behalf of the other students that actually this would be a really nice way to end the year. We are listening to our students, and our student parliament and school council are really important ways for us to do that. We've signed up Chelsea Football Club to run our football academy. That's really special. Not many schools would be able to achieve something like that this year. And of course, we've navigated another lockdown and COVID-19. It's been a tough year for all schools with COVID and the pandemic, but we have come through that really strongly as well. And in recent times, we've relaunched some of our clubs and enrichment activities, and we look forward to all of those extras within the school being back on from September next year in hopefully what will feel like a more normal year. We're also committed next year to ensuring that every year group has at least one offer of a trip or visit as well, because I know that not just because of COVID, but also before COVID, there weren't enough trips or visits outside of school. We've also invested in areas around the school, such as the link. We want to continue to develop our school, our buildings, our facilities, to make sure that this is a school that you can be truly proud of. And that leads me then to the overall House Cup, because one of the things that we also did this year was to implement the new house system with our houses, our heads of houses, and our head of Key Stage 3 and head of Key Stage 4. And the House Cup is going to the house that has accumulated the most house points throughout the year. So every time you as an individual secured a house point that a teacher logged on the system, it has been added up to grand totals per house. And all the houses have done incredibly well. The number of points that have been given out to students this year because of students' achievements, efforts, is absolutely phenomenal. But in 5th place, we have York House this year with 43,179 points. In 4th place, it's Lancaster House with 43,224, just slightly above York. In 3rd place, it's Stuart House with 54,290. In 2nd place, with an impressive 58,742, it's Windsor House. And that means that in 1st place, winning the first House Cup in its first year, it's Hanover House with 78,526. So a big congratulations to all Hanover students, form tutors, heads of houses and staff associated with Hanover as well. That is a phenomenal result. And yesterday we were able to get some Hanover students together along with our heads of houses for Hanover to lift that House Cup. And we have a very proud house team, quite rightly, who were delighted with that result yesterday. So a big congratulations to everyone in Hanover. You are our first winners of the House Cup. The points obviously reset in September, and everyone has that opportunity to go again to see who can lift that trophy next year. And that has been the end of a really busy week, but also a really busy year. And to return to my analogy of the running race earlier, you can see from the picture that sometimes when we get to the end of the race, we sometimes need to take a breath. Sometimes we need to get that oxygen back in our lungs. And over this summer holidays, I truly hope that you're able to rest, to relax, and then to refocus, just like runners at the end of a race. They would rest, they would relax, and then they would refocus ahead of their next race. In September, it's a fresh race for us all. We'll be back on that starting line, listening for that starting pistol, and then we go again. And what happened in the previous race is totally irrelevant. So however your race has been this year, you can now move on from it, get some rest, relax, and then restart in September with a completely clean slate, the opportunity to have a really good race next year. Just before I finish our assembly though, a final slide with some key messages, because regardless of whether we're in school or out of school, every member of staff in this school cares deeply about making sure that you are safe and that you are well. So our safeguarding over the summer is really important. And it's important that you know where to get support should you need it. So our safeguarding email addresses will be monitored throughout the summer term. And we have our student one, which is talk@kinghenry.org.uk. So if you have any concerns or if you need any advice over the summer in terms of staying safe or safeguarding or your well-being, you can contact us at talk@kinghenry.org.uk. We also have a number of safeguarding partners, and I won't go through all of them, but there are some of them on this slide as well. Childline, if you're concerned about your own safety or the safety of a friend, you can contact Childline at any point. Fearless.org is another one of our partners. They're a service that allows you to pass on information about crime and be completely anonymous. The NSPCC is a helpline for young people as well, particularly if you've got concerns around criminal exploitation or gang involvement, and they've got their telephone number there. And Victim Support is a charity which helps young people affected by crime. We have even more safeguarding partners on our website and lots more advice, tips, hints, reminders on our website as well if you go on it and click under safeguarding. But if you need anything at all over the summer, then we will be checking that talk@kinghenry.org.uk email address. And that brings us, everyone, to the end of our final virtual assembly. And as we prepare to leave today, as we prepare to go into a well-deserved summer, I want to finish by saying a big thank you to our staff here at King Henry School who have been magnificent throughout the year, but also a big thank you to you. I remember when I became head teacher back in June 2020 during lockdown 1 over a year ago. A number of students would say things to me like, how long are you going to stay for? Are you going to be gone in 3 months or 6 months? Because I know that some of the head teachers in more recent times haven't lasted that long. Well, we've got to the end of our first year together and we are still here together and the team is here together. And the vast majority of our staff are here next year as well. Very few changes on that front. And I am incredibly proud to be the head teacher of this extraordinary school. This school is extraordinary because of the characters and the personalities and the students that we have within it. So this summer, I hope that you have the rest and the relaxation, but I hope you enjoy it as well. And I hope you look forward to returning to us in September for the start of a new year and a new race together in our extraordinary school. Have a great summer, everyone. Take care. Look after yourselves. See you in September. Take care.